She's a diva with a destiny. Got purpose and zest, you see. Books, business, and accessories. She walks in favor and she's blessed indeed. She keeps her head and her heels high, and her limit soars beyond the sky. If it's purpose she's pushing, you've tuned in with Table Talk with a Diva. Why? Join in, it might free ya. Hey, hey. And if you're feeling down, come in. The enemy he's trapped won't win. For God has given you vision, and in the end you shall win. Hey. Table Talk with a Diva. Why? Join in, it might free ya. Hey, hey. And if you're feeling down, come in.
Well, great evening, and welcome to Table Talk with the Diva. We are here excited, delighted, and ignited to be back at the table with you, and you. I am so grateful to be here. Listen, that thing called technical difficulties, it is no joke, y'all. So thank you for rocking with the Diva. I thank you all for tuning in. I need you to do me a beautiful favor to share, tag, and like this episode because we have an amazing guest. My sister, my friend, Tawana Bryant is on the platform tonight, and we're going to chat it up. She is one of the most powerful women that I know that will start a business today and open up another one in 6 months. And I was going, how do you do it, girl? Show me how. But Tawana is here to share a little bit of the journey, give some nuggets, and just love on the women of God. So if you are ready, I need you to fasten your seatbelts and welcome the beautiful Tawana Bryant to the platform. Let's do it. Good evening, beautiful.
Hey, sis. How are you?
I am outstanding. Thank you, ma'am. How are you?
I am well. I was just looking around. I was like, I was going to say, I don't have any tissue. And Pete started describing me. I don't have no tissue for these tears and the snot that might happen. But I did find one.
Dude, we use our shirt.
Oh!
My nephew, girl, they take the elbow and drag it on across.
Drag it all the way across.
Come on.
Yes.
But it is all good. It is so good to have you back. It's been 2 years.
Has it really been 2 years, Pete?
It's been 2 years, yes.
Maybe so, because when I first came on, I had started my lock journey.
Yes.
And so they were like real short. Like I didn't have any hair. And I seen our picture the other day and I was like, oh, look at us.
Yes.
And then you messaged me, was like, hey, when are we talking again? I was like, whenever you tell me to. Like,
Silver Fox, girl, you look amazing.
Thank you. Keeping up with you, man.
Hey,
you are always on point.
We trying to do what we can do, girl. God has been so good and he's so faithful. So yes, we give all glory, honor, and praise.
All the glory.
Yes. And before I forget, I want to congratulate you on the happy anniversary. I saw you and Mark celebrated a few weeks ago.
Yeah, man. We celebrated. We've been together 19 years, and we shacked 5 of those years before we actually became officially married. And so I told myself we have to celebrate the whole 19 years, not just the marriage part, because it's those extra 5 that we shacked. That help us make it to the 19.
Come on now.
And he actually did a surprise celebration for me. Like I didn't know anything. And he went through my phone. And I guess he figured like who to contact now. And then when I realized what he was doing, I was like, babe, like, I think you missed some people.
Oh, people, but it's so good.
Yeah. So it was very quaint. You know how people say they had like these little small gatherings?
Yeah.
It was really small. And so if I could just tell you, he did it with the intent of my dad being there. And so he wanted to be super intimate for the moments that was going to happen. I was like, dude, and it took like 8 months for him to plan it too, right?
Everything.
And I didn't know anything about it. And then finally I was like, I need for you to tell me what time things are supposed to happen because I got to get my hair done. My hairdresser is saying, what time? And like, he didn't even want to tell me what time things would happen because he just wanted me to happen to show up at this place. So
Look at that. Now that's some real love right there.
That's love, right?
Of that when your man just really plans it without really involving you, and he can do it.
You can do it.
That is awesome. Well,
that's awesome. I was like, I know a lot of people, babe. Like, there's other people that should have been. And he's just like, the main focus was your dad. I need to get you and your dad in this place. And I was like, okay.
And he knew what was going to make you smile. So
yeah.
So I'm so happy to hear that. Way to go, Mark.
He's a keeper.
Yes. And I see your men are just growing. Congratulations on your airman, and little Austin is not Amari, I'm sorry, is doing his thing. So I'll be peeking in on the page.
Yeah, it's still Amari's world. He's taking it over. He's doing his thing. He's a bit fifth grader now. Oh, wow. Oh, he was like 2 or 3 when you met him, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah. So he's a big fifth grader now, and numero uno, Austin is in the Army.
Yes,
he lives in Fayetteville, North Carolina, stationed at Fort Bragg. He was born at Fort Bragg. He was raised at Fort Bragg, and now he's serving at Fort Bragg. And he has a beautiful wife, and they have a fur baby together, right?
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I get to add to my collection of daughter-in-laws and also sons, because I have more than just those 2, but you guys know I birthed those 2. So we actually have a whole amazing collection of kids that are just doing great stuff.
Well, I see God has been doing his thing in your life and showing up for you in big ways. That's awesome.
Thank you. Right?
Awesome. So we want to definitely share a little bit about who Tawana is. I could share some, but I want you to.
No, go ahead. You're doing so much better. It is so hard, Pete. It is so hard for me to talk about myself, but I've been on this journey. And Mark's like, you got to talk about yourself. So I hope I do this question some justice.
Absolutely.
So when you open up and you was like, she will start a business, it might close, and she'll start another one. I was like, how she know you so well,
girl?
But yeah, I am definitely a serial entrepreneur. But beyond that, y'all know I'm a mom. I'm a sister to everybody.
Yes, you are.
I'm a mama to a lot of people. Yeah. But I just love helping people.
That's it.
I love helping and connecting. Whew, and that's what I do every day. I help and I connect.
That's it. That's what it's about. Wow. Big ways. I'm telling you what, you show up for results. And I llove that about you. You are definitely a true servant. So I can testify to that, not just by hearing it, but seeing it and knowing you. So I'm grateful for, how you just keep
I'm grateful for you. So when we get started with the journey, I don't know if this is part of it, but when we get started and we talk about coffee, because, as P said, I have a lot of businesses, but I had got started and launched Cheese Coffee and Brews, and we were supposed to partner with someone, and then that didn't work out, but we had already branded everything and set the launch night to happen. And I'm like, what are we going to do now? We got these people and we don't have no place to actually serve this coffee and this liquid. And guys, it was Piera that gave me the idea to be mobile. And we had walked outside that night, Piera. I don't know if you remember. And he was like, sis, you need to be mobile beveraging. And at the time he was catering, and she was like, I don't want to do liquid. And I had not even thought about that because I was so wrapped up in that whole beverage bar concept that I had been building. Like, I didn't have any other backup plan. I was just like, this is what we're doing. It has to work. We done got t-shirts, we got people, we got cards made. Like, it has to be this. And I walked outside and P was like, sis, just do mobile. And I was like, what? I didn't even think about that. Right?
That had to be the Holy Ghost, girl. I remember it, but it just came up.
It came up and came out. And so 2 days later, that's when Denise from church messaged me, asked me to bring her coffee to her job at the hospital.
Yes.
And she posted it. And then 2 days later, one of the other ladies at the doctor's office said, hey, when you deliver Denise's cup, bring me a cup. And P, for a whole year straight, I delivered coffee to that doctor's office up on Eagles Landing every day.
That is powerful. And for me, just because I know the story and just hearing it all over again, it's like,
I'm sorry, I'm at my office.
Oh, okay. I'm like, I'm not sure what that is. Okay. Well, hopefully they're going to save a life. We receive it.
Yeah, they're going to save a life.
That's right. But for me, it's like God wants to see. It's like and I don't believe he tests us, but then he does. And I guess in so many ways, I think, just to see if you were going to be willing and open to that idea.
Yeah.
Because some people would have gone like, mobile, doing all that. No, I'm not going to worry about it. And, as you said, you didn't have a plan B in place, but the Holy Ghost gave it to me from nowhere, and I just spoke it, and boom,
I was like, okay, I guess this is what we're doing. And you have to take recommendations from people that have been doing stuff longer than you have. What would I look like just starting something and you've been doing this? I'm like, girl, no. Like, you understand, you've been down the road, you know what works, and we're able to give me a recommendation. And I think if I had turned away from it, it just, you probably wouldn't be doing nothing.
My God.
But yeah, so you are part of my why story on that Teas, Coffee, and Brews. Sure. It's like, how did you get started? I said, my girlfriend told me to be mobile.
I am honored. My God. That's a seed, girl. I received that. Yeah. I received that. Wow. That's really, girl, that blessed me right there. That blessed me. But as she said, she is a what do you call you, a serial
entrepreneur? Mark says, I can't leave you alone because when I do, you start creating and launching stuff.
But it's like that when you're a visionary.
Yeah.
It's like that. I'm telling you, because God knows when I look at some things that I have going on now that is about to come forth, and some things I'll share with you off camera, but I can't speak about it. And I'm just like, well, God, how in the what? And so now it's almost like I don't even ask him anymore. I just said, okay, Lord. And so he told me a long time ago, because you're willing.
Yep.
You're willing.
Yep. Everything is open for you. It's that willing heart.
That's it. And I'm just like, okay, Lord, you know I don't know what I'm doing. You know I'm not qualified. But he said, oh, no, you qualify.
You qualify. Everyone's like, did you dream this? Did you have this plan? I was like, no.
Yeah, he said, oh, no, I qualify you.
I qualified you, right? Yeah.
Wow. So that is such a, your testimony alone is powerful, powerful. Grateful. I'll be coming in the back studio, but definitely, girl, we got to chat. So there's so much is going on, and during the pandemic, what was the journey like for you? Because I know you put your hands to the plow, and there's so much that you do. So tell me a little bit about, what was going on during the pandemic.
So during the pandemic, so we had the coffee shop right in Jonesboro. I had put SB management on hold, which is what my business management marketing that I was doing before we started coffee.
Okay.
And we just went all out on coffee. And then a couple of ventures and opportunities, the door closed. I was like, why? Lord, like I done spent my last dime and I done made copies of stuff and ready to turn them in for bids and get there, and they don't accept it. I'm like, what is this about? And so I said, well, since I've been mobiling, I should just go online and just do online coffee sales. And so we had started doing that right before the pandemic happened. And so when the pandemic happened and everybody was running to being online, we were already online, and we were online with Geranium Ministries, which is the women's ministry.
Yes.
Holy Spirit was like, go online. I was like, I only got like 4 people that will follow me, Holy Spirit, when we launched Geranium. And he was like, it doesn't matter. And so we did online with Geranium Ministries. We were blessed with opportunities to travel and minister through that ministry. And so when the pandemic happened and everybody was in place, my husband was home because he's a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And Amari was home because he, a student. And I was losing my mind. Our dining room table was the WeWork table every day. And, between the meltdowns and Mark trying to teach the kids online, it was a lot going on. And I said, Lord, please bless me with the office, because our basement had flooded for the second time and I lost my office in the basement. And so the opportunity came to come onto the McDonough Square, October of 21.
Yeah.
October 21, businesses were still closed. People were barely open. And I opened up an office for SB Management and Marketing to actually focus back on that, which started everything.
In the middle of a pandemic.
In the middle of the pandemic.
Oh, God is so faithful. Wow.
Yeah, right. And so we did that. I was helping some friends at that moment get started in their business, you know, helping, connecting. And that led to 3 Chicks on the Square.
Ooh, 3 Chicks from the Square.
Yeah.
When I saw that tickled me, and I was like, go T, go T, go.
Thank you.
I love it. I love it, man.
And it's just all about, you know, just being available, as you spoke about a moment ago, being available, allowing Holy Spirit to do what he do. Because, you know, I'll tell you all the time, they're like, what you do? I'm like, I don't know. Whatever Holy Spirit tell me, you know. And so that was just 3 Chicks on the Square was definitely a Holy Spirit move on the direction that moved us into being able to do business incubating for people with having a space for them to come and put products in the store, getting more one-on-one, because I was outgrowing the office that I was in from the people that I was meeting. And the place I was renting from, he didn't like that foot traffic coming in and out like that. So being in that building gave me a bigger space to expand a little bit more and be able to connect with people. And then we were able to bring the coffee shop concept back into it.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That God up. He will set you up like, hey God, where's this going? I see what you see. And he said,
And all of that really came from just Jonesboro. Again, when we're in Jonesboro, Clayton County, shout out to the Clay Club fan clubs out there. All that we were doing there in Jonesboro with C Mills, that's where I met C Mills at, who gave me my civilian business connection, because I was straight from the Army at this point. And all I knew was governmental work. And I met up with C Mills, and she helped me connect in the civilian world with business. And so all the launches and book signing that we were doing there, we got over to the Clay Plaza and just did it a little bit more.
God is so good. That is awesome. Awesome. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just in, please share this episode. We are Facebook and YouTube Live, and we have the amazing entrepreneur, visionary, CEO, mompreneur, Tawana Bryant on the platform. And she is so willing to share her journey, because she's telling you it's not always easy. It doesn't always make sense, but it's worth it because she has the results. So we want to tune in if you are out there and desiring to start a business of any kind. You might want to reach out to Tawana. Before we go a little bit further, T, would you give them your social media handles or website, how they can kind of connect with you?
Yeah, right now I'm all on Facebook with Tawana Bryant. That is my Facebook page.
Okay.
SB Management and Marketing has a Facebook page. I have not been on there a lot, and that's in the space where I am. I'm trying to move a lot of the things that I do from my personal page over to that. But if you're on my personal page, you know, you're going to know everything that I'm doing. We do have T's Coffee and Brews, T''S Coffee and Brews. We're back mobile. We're back online again. The building that we were in was sold, and so now we get to just do everything back online. We're not a stranger to that. We just do it a little bit better and expand it out a little bit more. And then over on Instagram, we do have SB Management Marketing on Instagram, but I just launched that last week. So I don't have any content up there on Instagram yet, but T's Coffee and Brews is definitely on Instagram.
On Instagram. So there you have it. You can reach out to her on Facebook at Tawana Bryant, and you can go to IG and get it at T's and Brews.
Yeah, TS_coffee_brews. And tomorrow the website for SB Management will be launching. So
that is awesome. I've got to definitely talk to you on sidebar on that note. Yes. But
hey, Pam, shout out to my girlfriend, Pam, because I only see Pam comments, and if anybody else is commenting, I don't see it. So love. But Pam is popping up, and Pam is one of my sister veterans. I met her out in Phoenix, and she lives in the Lou Man in St. Louis. Awesome. And she has an amazing platform that she's using. And once we get more into what I'm doing, look forward to seeing Pam coming to Georgia and connecting with us.
Well, thank you, Pam Queen, for tuning in and celebrating your sister because she is definitely worth tuning in for. So,
Oh, don't make me cry.
you know, girl, we will. But I just look at all the things that you've done this far, and I can only imagine what is to come. What is to come? Because the season that we're in this new season, the man of God prophesied that there are wells that are opening up now,
Mm,
and the seeds that have been planted. He said God is about to blow your minds. And
right?
the season that we're in, he said it's not just a season where we look at a few months, but the Lord said 10 years.
10 years, right?
Bless you for 10 years because the wells are open. When I tell you I got that word and I went to running, oh my God,
I'm
without my
ready to. So, Pete, next year will be 10 years that we've been here in McDonough, right? 10 year, we hit the 10-year mark. So we right here at 9. And so I was telling Mark the other day, I feel like we should be doing something different, something new. And so they sold our building, and the people that bought it, they have their own concept and vision of what they want to do with the building. And so I get the chance to come back to an office. So I've been in the office, and it's like the lab. I think I posted that the other day, like I'm in the lab.
in the lab.
And so I'm able to go back to some things that I had started and actually not just put more into it to make it better. So that's where we are. We're back in the lab.
That's what it's about, making things better. Honestly, it's not worth anything if we're not willing to advance and make it a little bit better. We don't always just do something different, but continue to improve what we're doing.
What we're doing.
I'm loving that, but that is awesome, 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 awesome. And we have, of course, another there's just so many people that was in our circle. I see that is really doing great things and shining and all that good stuff. So happy to see.
Happy for them. Shout out to everybody. And you spoke about seasons a moment ago. And so even as we transition from the building, people transition in different directions. And I was, really down. I'll be honest with you, I was down for a minute. And then the Holy Spirit was like, yeah, but you serve your purpose. And I was like, right, I did. Like, what were you called to do? To launch people.
That's right.
They went out, they're going out, right?
So
did you do your purpose?
That's right.
Did you help them be better? Did you help them establish what they wanted to establish? Did you connect them with people they wanted to be connected? And he was like, so why are you feeling down? I was like, right.
Yeah. Season's up.
And so, and I always tell people, I'm so grateful when I'm able to be in seasons forever with people, because I value relationships.
That's right.
And I value people. And even in the military, our season, 3 years here, 2 years here, and you PCS and you might not ever see the people again, or you build relationships with people and they become forever family. And so I'm just so grateful for all the forever families.
Oh man,
that I get to carry on to season to season to season to celebrate all these things that God is not only doing for me, because if you're doing it for me, it spills over. It's that blessing by association. It spills over to everyone that's connected. So
I am telling you, well, definitely, because like I said, some are for a season, some are for a reason. And some, we learn lesson in the midst of it, and we don't always think so because we could be thinking that we're there to help them, but then God allow you to see some things you may need to see, and you're not even.
Oh, girl, yes, and that's always the hard part too.
Yeah,
because am I really like that? Okay, let me fix that. And I honestly, I think I do. I always do my self check when something goes down. I'm like, okay, let me check myself first. Let me make sure,
me first.
Yeah, not me. And then sometimes I'll still say it's me, and it's really not me.
But you know what? My mom would say when we were children, she would say, sometimes you give up your right for the wrong.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, she said, when it comes back around, God will bless you for it.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to figure out, or pointing the finger and all that. It's like, okay, Lord, if it was me, forgive me.
Yeah.
Just move on.
And also too, being in the military, seals that even the more, because you are your brother's keeper, your sister's keeper. You help your buddy. You never sell a buddy out or anything like that. It's ride or die. And so that just carried over into my civilian life. So it comes at a fault sometime. Like,
oh yeah, oh, absolutely, absolutely. I tell you, what would you say is your most resilient story? Because you said
I wake up every day. waking up, waking up every day, deciding I'm going to keep going forward. Oh man, if I could sum it up, it would just be my life. Like I tell you, Mark was so detailed about the celebration that we had, about my dad being there.
Okay.
And it's because I didn't grow up with my dad. So I grew up with the dad, but he actually wasn't my dad. But it was all because it was all part of God's plan on what happened.
Yes.
I was telling him, I said, I have a kidnap story. And he was like, you got a kidnap story? And I was like, yeah, I was kidnapped. I was taken. Nobody gave permission. That's kidnapping, right?
Right.
And so I think I was like 2 or 3. Some friends of the family took me to Florida and like left me. And then came back to where, so I'm originally from Americus, Georgia. They came back to Americus without me and left me in Florida. Didn't tell the family, my family, where I was or anything. And so the dad that I grew up with actually came back and got me and brought me to his family. So I grew up with that family. They adopted me. They loved me. And my mom, it gave me Jesus every day. We walked by faith every day. So it was God's plan, because all of those values and lessons is what, I'm living right now. And so the reconnection with my dad at the celebration, my actual dad at the celebration. So life has been resilient.
Ooh, that's what it's about. Oh my God. It's like one of my most favorite words. I love that. Wow, girl, that every time because you've told me about that, and I'm just like, at first when I heard it, I was like, is he anything? Like, no. Oh my God.
No, it's real, man. And it's like, so it's like in the 80s, and like I can laugh now. I really wasn't depressed growing up about it, because the mom that the Lord gave me was amazing. Okay, we were in church every day, but she was amazing. And so I was like, well, if this is not my family, is my family looking for me? Am I on a milk carton somewhere? Because so it's the 80s and Lifetime is happening. So I'm like, maybe somebody gonna show up on a talk show on Donahue or Oprah and be like, we're looking for this baby, right here. And so nothing like that happened.
Who did they leave you with?
Which part?
When they took you to
Florida. So it was a lady and the guy that came back. So it was the lady's family, I believe, in Florida that she left me with and came back to Georgia with her daughters.
Wow. And how long were you there?
I think maybe like a year, because I was actually enrolled in school down there, maybe a year or 2. Everybody hasn't come together to give me that piece of the story.
Yes.
Yeah. So like a year or 2, and then I came up and I started preschool when I got here. So I was like 4 or 5. I had to be like 5. I came in January. It was cold. I had a coat on. So I think I was getting ready to be like 5.
My God.
At that point. And then, so the dad that I grew up with told me who my mom was and everything. And my mom that adopted me, she was just like, wait till you're old enough to make your decision. So, if you want to go with them or not. And I'm like, okay. So when I was 16, I was having a conversation with my boyfriend at the time, my high school love. And I was like, you know what? Let me just find out who my mom is. Let's see if she has a phone number. And I actually ended up calling her, getting her number. And then we reconnected that weekend. So I have an older brother. He's 4 years older than me.
Yes.
And he says, they told me you left on a bus. I was like, for real? And he said, so every time a bus came by, I was looking to see you on the bus. And so there's my Lifetime story. And I was like, is somebody looking for me? Am I on a milk carton? And so my brother, he was like, I've been looking for you. I've been like waiting to see you. And I was 16 at this time. And last time he had seen me, I was like 4, 2, 3. Wow. I was a toddler last time he had seen me. So.
My God. So I'm sure your relationship now is just like, oh my God.
Yeah, we're cool. We're real tight. So I was like, so did you take care of me when I was little? I was like, were you taking care of me? How'd you let people take me if you supposed to be taking care of me? But it was trying times, man, in the families back in the 70s, especially in the dirt roads, roads of Georgia. So I can just imagine what my family was going through at that time and capabilities and stuff like that. So I don't fault them. I don't hold a grudge. I'm just very excited.
Back, I'm sure. Well, that is awesome. So yeah, it takes resilience to get through it and still be, and staying focused on your purpose and your directions and your goals and just all about helping people. So I believe that. Do you feel like that's a part of why you love what you do as far as helping others?
Oh yeah, because you have to have a selfless heart, man. Even my mom growing up, Margie McGill, had to have a selfless heart to take she was 60 when she got me, girl. With a 3 at 60 years old. I can't even imagine. And Marie's a lot for me. I'm in my 40s and he's 10. So I can imagine,
I know
60-year-old with a toddler. But she was a helper. She was a volunteer of the year. She was on the women's board. She was on the prayer team. She sung if there was a women's event happening. She was the one on the program.
Yes.
So just her having a giving heart.
Yes.
That's what she gave me to help, no matter what. People spit on you. Okay, they spit on me. Yeah. You need help. Now, she's not going to go running, but if you need it, she's going to be available for you. But she ain't just going to step up and be like, yo.
I know that's right. That is like, I can see that because, like I said, I have the same type of heart. And I always say was like, my husband said, well, why do you just let people, you're not like me. I said, no, I'm not. He said, well, I would just give them a piece of my mind. I said, well, I do, but I have to do it in a nice.
You do, man. Look, listen, I always want to be that rowdy girl. I always want to be that one that just be popping off. And I was like, why can't I be pop off queen? I even asked Mark that. I was like, why can't I be the pop off queen?
And see, that was now the older I get, I am more like my mom, and she didn't mind, doing it. And so I always look at myself in the mirror sometimes and I said, my God, or either I'm saying something to one of my daughters or talking to someone and I find myself laughing. And I said, you know what? You song just like Mama Queen. I song like my. And so a lot of my gestures and words that I say, and even with just starting the nonprofit and just helping, and that's my love, is just to help. And I'm going, I wish I could be like some people sometimes say, honey, whatever, and go on, but I can't do that.
No.
I want to.
I want to so bad, P. So bad.
Yeah, but like God said, no, that's not who you are. And so what he said to me a long time ago was, you never allow anybody to make you become who they are.
Yeah.
Like, what? But now I've grown into myself, and that's how I let them know. I said, I'll never let them make me I'll never become who they are. So,
And it's one else is just that hard time, man. That's the other part about being resilient.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm not gonna be bitter. I'm gonna keep going. That's the everyday quote. I'm not gonna be bitter. I'm gonna keep growing, keep going.
Come on now, come on. God gave me a bounce back anointing, and I've learned and adopted probably about 10 years, maybe a little more than 10. God said, you favored with the goodbye anointing. So
goodbye anointing's coming on. I also bless, I praise my sisters. Bye. I praise the sisters, like when I'm supposed to be like, this my ride and die. Sister, like God has gave me some amazing sisters through this journey of family members that when I do want to pop off, they give me, you can't pop off. I'm like, why can't I pop off? Some of them will pop off for me. And so I'm just blessed that, you have a sisterhood that will do it for you. So you don't have to, because I'm that one too. I'll pop off for you too. I'm like, you need me? Where we going?
I'm on the way.
Yeah.
Yes, honey. But you gotta have someone in your back pocket like that. You gotta have a few like that. I'm that for some of mine, and Lord knows I've been favored, like you said, to have some like that for me. And it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
We too much alike. We can't be doing this all the time.
I know. Both of us can't be like this. I know. Who's gonna take the lead this time? Right.
Yes, ma'am. But now, if you could leave a couple of nuggets, because I don't want to hold you long. If you could give.
So I told Mark, I said, babe, I'll be home by 9 because I'm at my office. I was like, I'll be home by 9. He said, I'll see you at 10. I was like, I'm coming home.
I'm
Home
gonna
early.
start early, Mark, so it's not gonna be me. We're gonna get off. I said 8:45 was the
You
max.
said 8:45. Nuggets. I had to write this down because I'm like, she's gonna ask me this. So what am I gonna say? Be flexible and resilient. I did write resilient down on my paper too, but the nugget is just being flexible. You know, things not gonna go your way.
That's right.
There's another day to try something different. Even in entrepreneurship, you know, if you're not failing, then you're not doing something right. Because you know, you're always going to be reinventing something, reinventing yourself, and that's why a lot of companies are able to last a long time because they reinvent themselves for the time and the need. Because everybody's need changes, a way to solve a problem changes. People get smarter, so you have to be flexible. And just everything, and then resilient, just getting back up and doing it all over again, even when you don't want to.
Moving, even when you don't want to.
Even when you don't want to.
I love it. I love it right there. That's powerful. That is powerful. I love that.
And keep some good sisters with you too. That's the other part. That's the other nugget. Make sure you have some ride or die people.
That's it.
You know, the ride, and I like the slogan ride or die because in the military you really had to be ride or die. Like, because if you're not riding and helping, then you're gonna be killed. You're gonna be taken out. Enemies gonna come in, right. And we don't really have that bond. And I feel in the civilian sector or realm of relationships because people be like, you can ditch you at any moment, but I need the people that's gonna stick with me through the thick and thin. Find those people.
That's it. That's good. And I always say, make sure, some people say, well, find people that you, that like you, really like you, not just like you, but love you.
Love you, yeah.
Like what they can suck from you or what they can get from you if they can ride on your coattail. There's some like that, but really, truly love you.
Truly love you. It's like a marriage. Yeah, because you got to love no matter what. And you say you're gonna marry somebody, because this is the third time around. So I really had to know that I love this dude. I'm gonna work this out no matter what. He gonna get on my nerve. I'm gonna work this out. We're gonna talk it out. I think just your personal relationships have to have like that same covenant. Like no matter what happens, we're gonna work it out.
That's right.
I don't like you today. Call me next week. We'll see if we can get back on the track together. And it's been like that with some of my girlfriends. And so I really appreciate even a new friend that new girlfriend I met. I went to Purdue University the other month to do a fellowship program and met a new girlfriend out there. And she took a pause. We were talking. She said, "Can I say something to you?" I was like, "Sure." And she shared with me how she felt about a statement that I said. I was like, "What? Girl, hold on 1 second. I'm going to answer that, but I appreciate you just being so open with me about it. We just met. Like, she didn't have to do that. Like, we had only known each other for like 24 hours. She could have said, I'm not going to see this girl again. I don't even have to talk to her no more. She offended me, but she like, yo, like what you said, wow. I really didn't care for that. I want you to understand why. And I was like, yeah, we're going to ride forever.
That's it. That's what's up right there.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Because I can't do the sensitive and when my mama say feelings on your sleeve, girl, I don't have time for that. Because over here, I tell them we have bills and stretch marks and I'm all grown.
All grown.
What? Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So ain't nobody got time for that. You being extra sensitive. You that sensitive, then I am not the queen you want to be around. I just can't do it. I tell them I'm getting too old for that. I'm not.
In the military, they say suck it up and drive on. I really have found out a lot of my military training is coming back right now in this part of my life. Suck it up and drive on. We got this mission to complete. We'll do all of that later.
That's right. And my pastor says, and I love it. I'm always quoting Pastor Luke Stephen Hall, honey, where Pastor said they need to get over it. He said, tell them to build a bridge and get over it.
Build a bridge and get over it. Right.
To get over it.
I like that. We have to borrow that, Pastor. Yeah. I'll tell them I got it from P that got it from you.
That I'm telling you, I'm over in my seat chuckling because I love that. Tell him, he said they got a problem with whatever. Tell them to build a bridge and
get over it. Pam said people willing to invest in you with their time, talent, and treasures to grow you. Yeah, you need to surround people that are willing to invest in you. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, it's an even exchange. That's it. That's right. You want that because I believe in pushing, other women. And so when God gave me the platform for Table Talk, I was like, well, Lord, I wanted to do blah, 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 blah. And he said, but that's not what I told you to do.
Right, that part.
And I'm, can I have a, and I'm praying about a I really, 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 I'm just putting that out. I really want a co-partner
Okay.
talk. So I said, Lord, and so I'm praying about it. And so when he drops, that person, that name, I'm gonna be so excited.
I'm gonna be over here like, yay, P, woohoo!
Jesus. And so he's giving me the okay, but he hadn't told me who. So yeah, because it took me a minute because I wanted to do something else.
Yeah.
And then he said, no, that's not it. Because it's like I said, the platform is about building women, pushing women.
Yeah.
So because a lot of them just need a little encouraging. It's not so much they can't do it. A lot of times it's fear.
It's the fear.
It's the fear. It's like, oh, I don't want to look crazy in front of people. Or I don't want to be embarrassed. Or I don't want to mess up and it not work. Girl, you looking at two right here, me and T.
Yeah. What? It's like there's a qualifications, and I joke about this when we go on Geranium, and it says if they give you the fine print when you give your life to Christ, many people probably won't do it because you're gonna be rejected, and people not gonna love you. That's so sometimes we should give them the fine print.
Oh my!
Of what's gonna happen?
And that's why he won't show us. That's why because it's like if you see it all, you're not gonna be like, I mean, no, I'm good.
I'm good. Right, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
I'll pass. So yeah, but it's exciting because you're growing. And my cousin, we were talking last night quickly about of the spirit of endurance, and I was telling her, I said, with that, I said, the character is being built when you're able to endure. I said, because if you run and give up for the least little thing and every little thing that may have maybe knocked you down, I said, the bounce back anointing, that's where it should come in. And you said, okay, Lord, I'm going to get up and I'm going to try this again.
I'm going to try this again.
Think about when you started riding a bicycle. I'm sure you may have fallen like me. I'm from the hood. So, we out here riding a bicycle, no shoes on and feet getting scuffled up in the spokes, crying and limping and get back up and right back on the bike. Like, did you just hurt yourself, little crazy girl?
Right.
But I'm finna ride this 10 speed.
I need to ride it. I don't want to be the kid that can't ride a bike. Because, back in the day, the kids were harmful, man. They was real rude.
Yes.
You don't want to be that kid. You don't want to be singled out.
I'm trying to tell you. So it's like, honey, I got to get back up because that ain't you do it in the hood. You fall and you better get up and girl, get back on. You be right. 7 years old. You don't know how to ride a 10 speed. What?
Like, I've been riding since I was 5. Really? I've been riding at 10 speed since she was 5. Stop playing with me.
Like, what? You better. Not no tricycle or not no little mini, whatever. I don't remember the little huffy bikes.
Yeah.
I want to get on the 10 speed or 13 with the bar in the middle when you got no right with the bar in the middle. Because when you feel like, you
girl, that bar in the middle was not nothing to be joking with. You had to know.
Tell you.
You had to know that you knew how to stop.
That's it.
And get on it because it did not play.
I was about to tell you. So yeah, I look at it like that. I said the same way I fell and got up and fell and bust my elbow and hurt my knee and jacked up my toes in the spokes and just doing crazy stuff. It was like, oh Lord, this is what I've got to be so dogmatic about my purpose, and the direction and everything that you've put for me to do. I chop it up and be just like that. It's not going to always work out for you. So this is why I'm so grateful for the platform for you coming on. Hey, Tawana Bryant, you have been a blessing. Thanks for sharing a part of your journey. I know there's so much more, but for the sake of time, we couldn't talk about it all. But
that's fine.
But yeah,
thank you for listening. That's the important part. Thank you for wanting to hear what I had to say, because there's been plenty of times I was like, people don't want to hear what I have to say.
Yes, they do. So. Yes, someone do. Like I tell them, my message is not for everybody. When I interview or I am speaking or talking about my books, I tell my message is not for everybody. I'm clear on that. It's for those that God has assigned to me.
Yes.
And when they're listening and they receive, because that's who God has placed you there. There's something you have that they need. And, and some people, and I'm going to tell you the reel, like one of my reels, it says, you inspire people who pretend not to even see you. Okay. Okay. So that's
I like that. You got a t-shirt? I'm going to wear that.
You inspire people who pretend not to even see you. It's like, hey, they see you. Trust. They see you. So yeah, they may never say to you, Tawana, you bless me, and just watching you from afar, I am inspired and you influence me to do something else or to keep going. They may never tell you that, but trust me, they see you.
They see.
And so you are, yes, yes, yes. So you are definitely a woman influencer. And this show is for the experts that come on that can tell you the mistakes that they've made, share part of the journey, and tell you their success as well. And so that was my reason for having you on and asking you. And she's been back. We're in season 8 because I do every 4 months we go. So we're in season 8. Wow. And it's been 2 years. And
yeah. And a lot has happened in 2 years. And so going forward, like I'll be doing more one-on-one because I used to do like a whole group setting, but now I'll be able to do more one-on-one coaching and mentoring in business. Yes. So if you need someone to help support you, as P said a moment ago, we need people that's just going to be there to support us and cheer us on. And that's where Geranium was. It was the platform to support women in their growth and ministry. And so now we get to merge ministry and business together, and we're in the marketplace with that. So just talking about the love, spreading love, the love of the Father, and doing business at the same time. That's what we're going to. That's what SB Management is going to be doing next.
Girl, that's what it's about. Well, we are definitely in sync because I just finished and got started with my nonprofit, and it is called Awaken Destiny.
Oh,
the Love House. So it is definitely a transition home for women. And I'm excited, but it takes agape love to do that. That is just, it's not easy. So we're going to be talking because you have a lot of experience and some things as well that I need to kind of glean too. And so we're going to have to get together and do catch up.
Yeah. And then on just a last little tip, even on the kids side, we're going to be relaunching our children's business fair. We haven't did it since the pandemic.
Okay.
So C Mills and I are coming back again. It's the Acton Children's Business Fair. The website will be live tomorrow, and it's Children's Business Fair / Jonesboro, because when we launched it, we were in Jonesboro. And so we're going to be doing a Christmas fair for the kids. So if you know someone that has a business, a kid age 7 to 16, I think that's our age group. I'll verify it with the website. Right. But if you have a kid that's in business, has a little business, I don't care if he's just selling lemonade. If he's selling some candy and he bought it from Sam's Club, that's still his business. Come out, get your baby signed up so we can get the entrepreneur spirit going. And that would be in December. So Children's Business Fair is happening.
Okay, well, we'll be definitely come out and support. We're working on some stuff, but Kalani won't be 7, but she's definitely
come out. We'll induct her honorary, my little baby, the honorary entrepreneur.
Yes, honey, definitely. But okay, well, it has been awesome. Thank you so much for your yes to Table Talk, yes to God, for your willingness. I'm grateful. I'm
grateful for you. I honor you. I thank you,
girl. You are the best. But thank you so much, and we are gonna tune out. I'm headed out tomorrow for my birthday cruise.
Yes, happy birthday!
Yeah, 10 days.
Yes.
Days to 52. God has been so good. So I love you, girl. I gotta go
more
and get myself together. But thank you. And I said I shouldn't have scheduled this down. And I told my producer, and he said, "You gonna do that the night before you leave?" I said, "You know what? Yeah." I said, "I got T on. I got
T on because T gonna be on the road tomorrow too. I'm on the way to Nashville for Eagles Landing Christian Academy first football game is away in Nashville. So we're on the road tomorrow too. So we're out there. Go Chargers.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Oh, man. Well, hopefully Amari will still be there when Kalani comes because that's where she's going.
Yeah.
So, all right, sis, we're going to say good night. And I love you all for tuning in to Table Talk with the Diva. You will find us back here next month, same time, same place, where the empowerment is going down. I'm the Destiny, and I love you. We'll see you next month. Bye, girl.
Love you, life.
She's a diva with a destiny, got purpose and zest, you see. Books, business, and accessories. She walks in favor and she's blessed indeed. She keeps her head and her heels high, and her limit soars beyond the sky. If it's purpose she's pushing, you've tuned in with Table Talk with the Diva. Why? Join in, it might free ya. Hey, hey. And if you're feeling down, come in. The enemy he's trapped won't win. For God has given you vision, and in the end you shall win. Hey. Table Talk with the Diva. Why? Join in, it might free ya. Hey, hey. And if you're feeling down, come in.